everyone, and happy Friday. Oh my goodness gracious, can you believe it? It's September 1st. Those people when you were younger say, watch out, time's passing quickly. I don't know about you, but 2017 for me has just zoomed on by, and we have a phenomenal presenter today. I'm very excited because September 1st meant Deanna was coming back. We had her scheduled a couple months ago, and there was a last minute situation that occurred where we had to reschedule this. Very short notice, and I apologize for it. So I'm glad so many people were able to come back and to be able to hear what she has to say. So I'd like to introduce, after I do a little bit of homework, our special guest, Deanna. She is the Director of Sales from the island of Hawaii. Before I turn the reins over to her, I just want to do a little homework and a little housework duty stuff for those of you who aren't used to our webinars. My name is Lorene Romero. I'm the webinar moderator today. Basically, I'm the person in the background doing bells and whistles. Deanna does all the work. I just get her recorded. We have everybody on mute, so that way there is a clear recording of this without everybody's chairs and keyboard sounds and any little live backgrounds that happen while you are working from home. This will go up onto the NACTA YouTube channel. If you aren't already subscribed to the new YouTube channel, I would ask that you do so. I will send a link after the webinar is done that gives you an opportunity to subscribe to it. That way you can listen to any past webinars that NACTA has done. There's tips and tricks from Lisa Watson, our marketing person, that will show you how to change your passcode on your NACTA profile. If you want to change your one sheet, has a whole bunch of little stuff on there that has little video trainings in addition to supplier presentations. So I am going to put myself on mute. If you need anything from me, put something in the chat box and I will address it. If you have questions for Deanna, we're going to have a little Q&A at the very end. So as she's going through her presentation, put the question in the question or the chat box, and I will make sure to get it at the very end. It's likely Deanna will already address the issue before we get to Q&A, but just in case, make sure you ask your question so we can get it in the queue and she can answer it later. So for now, Deanna, I'm going to turn the reins over to you. I'm going to put myself on mute, but just to know if you need me, just like a bunny popping out of a hat, all I have to do is go, hey, Lorene, and I'm here for you. So Deanna, take it away. I'm looking forward to what you have to talk about your beautiful Hawaiian island.
Mahalo, Lorene. Aloha, everyone. Happy Aloha Friday. So I am talking to you from the beautiful Kohala Coast, and I thought I'd start off this webinar this morning for one of my most favorite places to be. And you see Kilauea up there on the screen. So that's the caldera. So like I say, one of my favorite places. So this morning, just to start off, a reminder, it's about branding. For those of you who aren't that familiar, you have to distinguish the different islands. So we chose the word inspiring and definition, animating, exalting, having or causing people to want to lead better lives, being creative. So appropriate for us. And this image right here, of course, the beautiful Kealakekua Bay or Captain Cook Bay. And the words to describe, I think, our island, it's about culture, being accessible. We want people to be active, get out there, explore. Of course, volcano, right? That word for us is always associated. And who's our customer? So right now, and again, we keep track and see what people want, and this is how we market as well, but culture, history, still very, very interested, our visitors, in immersing themselves so they seek out as much as they can throughout the island that educational value. Of course, they love golf, and then they're realizing that it's not only in the resort areas. They can also golf in Kona. They can golf near the volcano. Okay? They love the outdoors, of course, so anything from the simplest adventures outdoor to the most extreme. Okay, so they love being outdoors. But in all, there's pretty much something for everyone. So with the size of our island, okay, I just came back from the East Coast. So as a reminder, we're the size of Connecticut. On the West Coast, about the size of Los Angeles County. So we have all these different climates on the island. So with having all but 4 of the world's 4 major climate zones, there's really, really a lot of diversity, okay? So that kind of equates to the activities that we offer, that you can seek out, diversity. So push that when you're selling it, okay? I always push driving, exploring, seek out everything. Ask us what are the best things to do and what season. As you can see here, canoe paddlers, right? Beautiful Kohala area. Look in the back, you see that beautiful snow up at Mauna Kea. Okay. So today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about just being a little more creative and being unique in the different activities that you can suggest to visitors. And I'll always say national park sites for us. So within the state, there are 8 within our island. We do have 5, but we're really proud to say that 4 of those 5 really focus on Hawaiian culture, and that's what our guests want. So you can see, of course, on the left, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, but next to it, Pu'uhonua Ohonau now, that is actually our second largest attraction next to the volcano. So people know it as the City of Refuge, okay, and that's in South Kona. Third one is Kaloko Honokahau by the airport, known for its fish ponds, the ancient fish ponds. So we always say, learn about the history of it. You know how the Ali'i, the royal, traveled from north to south, designated areas where it was there, royal fish ponds. Okay. Next, Pu'ukohola Heiau, up in North Kohala, very, very significant in the history of Hawaii, in the history of Kamehameha, unifying all the Hawaiian islands. And for each of these sites, I'm always going to say too, talk to the rangers and learn the story, but maybe create. That's where you can step in and create the itinerary around the national park sites. And then on the right-hand side is the Ala Kahakai Trail, running from north to south, and you can enter in various areas. But the trail kind of explores, there's petroglyphs in certain areas. So listen to the stories of how the Ali'i traveled, the petroglyph, the fish pond. So very unique, very intriguing for us. Okay, and that kind of gives you the overall of where, again, the sites are on the island, okay? So you see, of course, our mountain ranges area, different cities there, but the parks around the island is where you can create that itinerary to visit the different areas, okay? And nightlife. We talk about nightlife here. So when you're marketing our nightlife, you're gonna market being outdoors, okay? You're gonna market learning about stars, learning about astronomy. Okay, you're going to talk about, of course, swimming with the manta rays at night, and of course, going to the volcano. So these are all like the most memorable things that you can do once in a lifetime, is what we call it. Okay. I wanted to share with you again. I always stress manta swims in the evenings are very, very popular. So if your guests, if you know that they're even thinking about the island of Hawaii, maybe right away talk to them or suggest that optional of swimming with the mantas, maybe do your stargazing, okay, and visiting the volcano at night. So really trying to stress that, because a lot of times they'll hear about it once they're on island, and they may not be able to get on board one of the activities once they're here. If your clients don't happen to make it up to Mauna Kea while they're here for the beautiful stargazing, here's another option for you. This is called, of course, Stargaze Hawaii. A lot of the hotels have incorporated it into their land program for their guests, but this company will come out and set up the telescopes. So a lot of the hotels in the Kohala Coast do have the program already, okay, that guests can check into. But say perhaps you have a group that wanted an exclusive experience, or you had a family that you wanted them to come out and set up exclusively for you, they will do that, okay? So something to look into and think about, Stargaze Hawaii, okay? Unique again, Okay, we love those aerial, the helicopter rides that take you up close to the volcano, up close to the waterfalls. But you want to step out of that box, try something a little bit different for that more adventurous, exclusive clientele. You can do it with the doors off. Maybe try and suggest that as well. So that experience is amazing, of course. Okay, you're over the volcano. Guess what? You can feel the heat. Okay, when you're near the waterfall. Okay, it's like you can feel the mist of it, but just being right there. So think about that. Maybe that a little more extreme, the doors off helicopter. Okay, for your guests. And then something that I did that I wanted to really introduce to you as well. So, of course, I'm there on the bottom right. There we go. But I did a helicopter ride, and the helicopter left from Kona. We landed at a private waterfall up in the Hamakua coast and then continued on with our trip. So helicopter combination tours, very popular. This one would be the heli hike, helicopter waterfall hike. They do have the heli zip, helicopter zip line tours. So keep in mind something unique as well, the helicopter or heli combination tours. And then as a reminder, I like to share, and I do go on these activities so I can speak firsthand of it, but I do love Flumen Kohala as well. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, it's a little bit slower for me, but you know what? Going through those old sugar plantation ditches that like leisurely and enjoying the scenery, the stories, okay, it was pretty amazing for me, okay, and the little tunnel, the irrigation tunnel, so. Flumen Kohala, okay, pretty much great for everyone. So if you're looking for something, you're up in the Kohala area and want to explore up there, think about that. So a lot of people know it as Fluming the Ditch previously, but Fluming Kohala, great, unique activity for you. Okay. And then as I spoke earlier, it's about history and culture, okay, and I bring this one here to you, but this is called Ride the Rim, okay. And Ride the Rim is an ATV ride, okay? But it's about the history and the culture and the stories as well. So Ride the Rim ATV, something that you might want to check out also. Okay? And just the simplest thing, and again, we're talking about unique, but again, a lot of people forget. How about just a canoe ride, okay? Beautiful Kona area, Kailua Bay. Okay, so this is a group. This is actually called Kona Boys, just outside of the Courtyard King Kamehameha Hotel. And it's that unique getting out there in the water, enjoying that old-fashioned canoe ride. But look at the photo on the right. This is a group that we had. This is Ahuena Heiau. It's a temple, a very, very significant temple. This is where King Kamehameha ruled his last 7 years of his life from 1812 to 1819. So you're leisurely enjoying the water, enjoying yourself, okay? And on the right-hand side, history is right there. So that's why it's really important for us to really share the history of Hawaii. And another unique activity that I really actually recommend, seahorse.com, which is Ocean Riders. It's right by the airport, Kona International Airport. But of course, great for kids, okay, learning about the seahorse, about repopulation, and a great program where they raise these seahorses again in captivity, but then they send it to the aquariums around the world, okay, to help with the repopulation as well and exhibits. So something really I do recommend, seahorse.com, Ocean Riders. Great for families and kids. Okay. And I'm always going to talk about agriculture. So we want you to get out there, and as you can see, if it can be grown a ranch, chances are we're already doing it. But look on the bottom, all of these that we already have, the vanilla farm, you know that we have the coffee, anything from even the florals, okay, the orchids, the anthuriums, but visit some of the farms. We're really known for the farmers markets as well. And on our site, we do have a dedicated area that you can seek out. A lot of the hotels now and shopping centers have their own farmers markets in place too, okay? So agriculture, huge for us, as well as culinary and botanical gardens. So Kohala grown market is something here that you see up north. So I highly encourage you visit those little marketplaces, farmers markets. You never know what you'll find, but pretty amazing. Okay. Hopefully you've heard of this, but another unique is Home Tours Hawaii. And this is in Kona, and they do pick up and drop off at hotels if needed. But they'll take you to 4 different homes that are staged. It's about 4 hours. First one, you might have breakfast. Okay, beautiful view, beautiful home. Second one, maybe a snack. Third one, you might be doing lunch, looking at the view. Fourth one, you might find yourself suddenly at the ocean, okay, down below at sea level, having your lunch or dessert. So pretty unique. The food is absolutely wonderful. But if you have those culinary guests, Home Tours Hawaii might be a really good suggestion for you. Okay. And with that tour also incorporated, they do a cacao tour, and they also do a Kona Natural Soap Company tour. So really worth it to kind of get to know the Kona Coast region, the different culinary, the agriculture, and that's all part of it. Culinary and farm tours also, don't forget. So Hamakua up in the top on the left-hand side, the mushroom farm, just really amazing to go up there and learn about the various types and the gourmet part of it as well. Big Island Bees is a little bit down south in Kona, and that I highly recommend. Of course, it's a free tour, but of course they have their little store there as well. But the process, and they just these guides that are there, staff just loves their job. So they make it really fun, and it's something for every single age. So lots to do in South Kona with the coffee farms, with the national parks, but maybe incorporate that too as well. I think your visitors would really like that. Okay. Coffee roasting, and I'm always going to say hands-on, right? Okay, it's going to be memorable, hands-on experiences. Holualoa is where I live, but this is UCC or Ueshima Coffee Company. Okay, this is where you roast your own coffee to take home. So they're going to go through, teach you about the various beans, of course, planting, the seasons. Then you're going to go in and you're going to roast your own coffee to take home. Okay, take a picture. They're going to ask you for a picture, or they're going to grab your phone, take a picture. They're going to print out the label and slap it right on there, and suddenly you have your own private label, and you made it. Okay, so very, very unique experience. Highly recommend doing that. And then another hands-on that I'm going to share with you.
Deanna, I see that picture. Look at hey, for those of you who aren't looking closely at that picture, there's some people in there you may notice.
I know. I love that picture. I know our NACTA Ohana was with me at Akatsuka Orchids. So again, it's about culinary, it's about farm, hands-on, right? Memorable. So like coffee roasting, this time you're going to plant your own orchid. You're going to learn about how to take care of it. You're going to clear it for agriculture, and guess what? You're going to take it home. You're going to it's going to memorialize your trip. You're going to remember it each time. Great thing about Akatsuka is they just added an area that they sell sandwiches, everything, so you can have lunch. It's a little cafe. They've added an orchid maze, so pretty fun. It's about $15. Very much worth it. Okay. And I am always going to talk about ranching on our island as well. Head up there, head to Waimea, learn about the Parker Ranch, the legacy of it. It's about 150,000 acres right now, but get in there and learn the history of Paniolo, cowboys. Parker Ranch here, it's a self-guided and free, important, free home tour. So everyone loves to go in, see the artifacts, the collection, the house on the right-hand side, beautiful koa wood from floor to ceiling. So learn about the history of ranching. Again, that is free admission at Parker Ranch. Another one here you see, this is Anna Ranch. Anna Lindsay was known as the first lady of ranching. This one's about $10, but look at how beautiful the grounds are. Okay, weddings are held there. Walk through the gardens, get in there, see again the artifacts, the memorabilia, the collections. What I love is the beautiful, beautiful saddle room. Okay, that's in there as well. And at night, what do you do at night? you have a barbecue with the cowboys, right? So this is Kahua Ranch. By day, it's a working ranch. At night, they do have a sunset barbecue. Talk story, branding, demonstrations, roping demonstrations, great barbecue. And the talk story is amazing, beautiful sunsets, everything. So Paniolo Preservation, but Kahua Ranch, talk story. While you're up there too, don't forget, look how amazing this view is. I'm actually up there in one of those ATVs on the right, but we're looking over and seeing Maui, okay, that day. It's cold up there. Do this beautiful ATV ride through like this just uncharted, just rolling pastures. You can do that. You can do horseback rides as well, okay? So a lot of people forget, you know, that we got all these different activities outside of the beaches as well, and it kind of highlights the diversity of the climate too, okay? And this I love. I'm going to share this with you. It's about planting your own legacy, planting your own koa tree, okay? So legacytrees.org is a reforestation effort for the koa trees here, and a tour that you can take. You'll have your own tree, okay? You're planting it. They'll give you the RFID, your certificate. You can actually track your tree online, okay, to see how it's doing. If you're not there to plant the tree, you can also sponsor one just from where you are for about $60, and they will send you the same exact trees, and you can track your tree. But a lot of the, of course, people that head out there, it may be an organization. So what you see here is the Miss Hawaii organization, one of our hotels. It may be just a family, a multi-generational family that's here that wants a tree and has its legacy there. They can visit forever. It may be just it could be a corporation as well, an incentive group, but just many purposes for it. And a lot of the money, I think $20 of each admission goes to a charity, and they have over 300 charities to choose from. So very much worth it, reforestation effort. Then, of course, just talking a little bit about some updates. I'm always going to say nps.gov. Check what's going on the volcano. Lately, we've had a lot of delta collapse by close to the coastline. Okay, so in this next photo, so this is always important. Stop first at the visitor center. Talk to the rangers. Where should I go? What am I going to see? How far do I have to walk in? Okay, so again, the most activity right now that's happening, and it's kind of like I hear something every week, but it's a collapse in one of the coastal areas, and the lava starts pouring out again. Okay, but again, rangers, where do I go? How far do I have to walk? What am I going to see? Okay, can I go at night? Okay, how close can I get? So always, when I talk about updates, nps.gov, check it out. And as I mentioned on my very first statement, my favorite place to be, again, is right here. So this is Jagger Museum. This is what I leave when I leave the volcano area. This is the last place I'm at. So my ideal day, I get there at 2 and I leave about 8 at night. 2 o'clock, I get to do all the daytime activities that I want to, the museums, the talks, the ranger walks. I will do Volcano Village. I'll have dinner as the sun sets up at Volcano House, but this is where I want to be before I leave that park. Okay. So unique activities, as you know, lava ocean boats. Okay, you can see, of course, by land, you can see it by ocean, you can see it by air. And your update here, just as a reminder, $25 as of June, so your 7-day pass. So it did go up, so the current rate is $75. The Tri-Park is at $30, includes Haleakala in Maui as well. So you have your 2 parks here, plus Maui. Now the senior rate, so this already took effect, but the senior rate was $10, and now it has jumped up to, as you can see, $80. Every kid in the park, wonderful program. We got 4th graders, free admission. They can bring family and friends, okay? It's the National Park Service programs. And then current military as well, free admission. So just keep yourselves up to date. You can always find that information online. Some information that updates as far as accommodations. As you can see, everyone's always asking me, Kona Village, what's happening? So grand announcement was made a couple of months ago. It's going to start next year and scheduled to reopen just as it was before in 2019. So we're really excited. They really had to find that right developer. The right deal had to be made. Keeping it to what it was very important. So that deal has closed. It'll start next year. So we're going to see it reopen in 2019. And of course, on the Hilo side, remember, you've got, you have Hilo Hawaiian Hotel, which is a castle, and castle resorts. And then now, of course, Grand Naniloa. So just keep in mind that you have some renovated properties on the Hilo side. And then on the Kohala side, for Prince Resorts, they have their own renovation update website. So check it out. But Hapuna Beach Prince is going through their renovations as well. Okay. And then airlift, we all know Kona takes in the majority of the flights, of course. We've got a really surge of seasonal flights, whether it be from November to April. We saw some during the summer. We saw new cities, okay, like Dallas, and increased service from Denver. New airlines like Hawaiian Airlines, who did not have the mainland flights direct to Kona, started putting in seasonal. So a lot of great news, especially this year. Lihui to Kona, Miley from Kauai Visitors Bureau, excited. We have that connection now with Hawaiian Airlines, so we have direct service from Kauai to Kona. And also looking forward, Alaska Airlines will do daily service now from San Francisco coming this December. And then, of course, reminder, Hilo side, we still have the United Los Angeles flight. And I'm seeing a lot of itineraries flying into Hilo, exploring, doing the volcano, and then heading over and leaving out of the Kona side. So a lot of great options. And as a reminder, get on our website. We've got brand new vacation planners, maps. We still have some downloadable posters. There's templates if you need it to help you with marketing. Postcards if you need to send that over to your customers as well. But sign up for the newsletters, everything. But if you haven't been certified or you need certification, I would say if you haven't been recertified within the last year and a half, get on there because it's a whole new online certification program. Very, very easy and accessible to get through. Okay. And with that, Lorene, I just want to say mahalo to all our NACTA Ohana taking the time out with me today. And, you know, I really, really want to say I wish I was going to Anchorage to see many of you at your conference, but I will be here. And also just have a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend. I'm sorry, Anchorage, you will see Christy Albanese, who's based in Seattle. So she will be representing all of us. So everyone have fun with her. And I just want to say aloha and mahalo, Lorene, to all of you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Deanna. And yes, you will be missed, my friend. You will be missed. One of the questions that's on the question list is people are asking, are the islands going to be doing any touring? I know that there are certain times of years that you go out, like I think you guys just came back from somewhere. Do you have any more training set up on the mainland?
You know, we constantly have things going on, and Lorene's right. We have 3 blitzes a year where many of the partners come with us, but we do pretty kind of intense training around the road for the island chapters. But we just completed our 3rd series in which we came back from New York and Texas. Literally just got back. Next year they do plan 3 more, again, 3 blitzes. But for any of you, you can always check also on our website. Remember, agents.gohawaii.com. But I stress that you get on to get recertified because that's how we have your current information, quarterly newsletters, and a lot of it, that's how we will let you know where we are. So it may not be that I am on that. There's certain blitzes that we do. But definitely they will reach out when you're in that database, okay, to let you know we're in your areas.
Perfect, perfect. No, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I know that I
Wow.
just returned from the ASTA conference in San Diego, and we had the honor of having Robin there, and she'd like, were you guys just like trying to scatter away from all, you're coming from Texas, and granted, Texas is a really big state, but all the airlines are affected, so everybody's like, I got to get out of here to be able to get to where I need. So she arrived safe and sound, and I'm so glad that you arrived home safe and sound.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but we do love the training component, and wherever we are, we try and incorporate training and island updates from each of the island chapters as well. So just always keep your information updated on the agents.go Hawaii.
Absolutely, absolutely. So so let's say an agent, they've done their certification and their trainings, and is there a system in the resources that would be for them to be able to, say, qualify their clients? For example, I've been selling Hawaii for 10 years. I know how to qualify each of my clients to go, hey, this is your first time. You guys kind of still like a little bit of the nightlife. Maybe you want to start in Oahu, and then we'll move you over to Maui. Because each island has its own soul and is very different. For this training certification, will it help provide also resources for clients to go, hey, I want to customize something per island? Are those kind of resources on there, or what do you recommend for someone to be able to customize a package?
I think with the newest website enhancements, the program was more than just like a destination educational. As far as each of our island and distinguishing, it kind of went more into profiling as well. So it really hits on the points where adventure, okay, your clients probably romance, the niche markets, okay. When I do presentations too, it's about, culinary, everybody has that, but I think each island kind of really enhances and pushes their niche markets. But I think the newest updates on the current program, the certification, really kind of target in and helps the agents. Like if your clients are this, you're going to gear more towards this. And after you get to that point, I always stress to the agents.go Hawaii resources. If you want to market yourselves, once you take that certification, okay, and earn that distinguished, certification, but you can get into the website, and if you just want images, if you're targeting families or if you're targeting romance, get those pictures as well. Get those specific images that we have. Get the postcards and market yourselves as that romance niche market. But that's what the images are for. There's thousands in there. There's itinerary maps and some of the things that you can do if you're looking for that adventure client, that you can put on that itinerary that you can market. But I would say, Lorraine, that the new program has a lot to do with the profiling part of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And one of the other wonderful resources that's on there for everybody, and it's for each island, are events that are going on. It's got an events calendar that's posted. So you'll have special things that are going on at certain times of year, so you can work with your client to be able to plan around, hey, I want to be around this event or that event. I believe has the coffee and chocolate, it's the third annual. Has that happened already? Is that happening like in November?
November is the Kona Coffee Cultural Festival. It's 9 days, and that actually statewide, it's the oldest food festival in Hawaii. So within 9 days, they have cupping contests, picking contests. They have the pageant. They have a lantern parade. So lots and lots to do. Various competitions between chefs on what they can do. So 9 days of it. And actually last week we just I had to leave for my trip, but the Mai Tai Festival was going on. So a lot of different festivals happening, but you really don't want your clients to miss anything. So for every island, put the dates, specify which island, and it'll pop up what's going on. So you really don't want them to miss anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, you had mentioned, several people in the chat box said, thank you for mentioning not only the helicopter, but the doors off. I did that with clients. They went, it was between going to Hawaii, maybe going to San Diego. Like, no, there's no big decision making here. You have to go to Hawaii. So, and they did. They did the doors off, and through one of the recommendations you and I talked about, and we're like, oh my God, and so they were taking pictures from there, and it's a once in a lifetime thing, and also swimming with the manta rays. How awesome is that?
Yeah, you're right. Memories. Build up those memories.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for their time on a Friday. I'm going to take one quick look to see if we had any. Someone asked if you would repeat the website for the resources, again, for the training program. It's not your usual, it's a little bit different than just your standard public site. So is it Go Hawaii, Go Agents?
So I jumped to the page here, and actually, you're right. So the main website is gohawaii.com, but for all of you, for travel professionals, it's agents.gohawaii.com.
Gotcha. There it is at the bottom. And look, there's a newsletter for the Big Island, even though they've really done a name change, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're constantly changing. We still are changing. But thank you, because that's the messaging is out there, and you caught it.
There you go. I want to thank you, Deanna, for always being a wonderful trainer. I will enjoy seeing you again when our paths cross. Thank everybody for taking time on a Friday afternoon. Oh my goodness gracious, it's just before a long weekend. Thank and have everybody have a safe holiday. And for those of you who are going to the NACTA conference in Anchorage, it's the 13th to the 16th. Make sure to take a look. I'll be around. I'm loud. You'll recognize my voice. And I will see everybody there. And please come say hi. The NACTA family is always warm and friendly and able to give good hugs. That's what we're all about. So thank you, Deanna. Just to remind everybody, this is recorded, and I will put it up on the NACTA YouTube site later today when I download this information, and I will send you a post message that has that link as well as Deanna's contact information. Anything else, Deanna, before we say au revoir? Goodbye.
No. Visit Christy. Hawaii will be in the house at your conference, and if anybody needs me, please feel free to reach out, and have a successful conference, and mahalo nui loa to each and every one of you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.